All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. Man, there is a lot to talk about across these three stocks, okay? First off, NVOS. Look, the last time I made the video, I basically said I would not touch this thing under 15 cents. Lo and behold, look where we're at, okay? I'm obviously going to be extending this downtrend line right here just to see where it hits compared to today, but I'll be honest, the news seems interesting, all right? I rarely talk about news and fundamentals and stuff like that, but just in all honesty, whenever I'm looking at a sub-dollar stock, I'm always worried about money. Like, are they going to need to reverse split? Are they going to need to do an offering? Like, the money is important, right? And I'm glad NVOS looks like they were able to secure some money, and I'm not seeing anything like silly about that money deal, all right? I'd love anyone, if they have any more details, to add them in the comments, please, okay? MBOT's looking really interesting for sure. Not quite as juicy, but man, it's close. It definitely is. And then MVIS. Holy crap, all right? I don't know if I'm just going to end up laughing for like 5 minutes on that section or not, but man, I think the word beast is now spelled MVIS. Holy crap, all right? So we'll get into the details shortly. What are we going to do though? Same thing we always do, right? We're going to take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines, as well as these diagonal trend lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this thing on the internet, comment good or bad. Look, anything you can do really does help me out, and especially does with the algorithms, okay? But I swear, just being here and giving me your time is super, super appreciated, okay? All right, let's get into it. And again, NVOS. Look, you know, if you watch my past NVOS, I like this stock. I'm not here pretending I know anything about it. However, there's a lot to like. All right, there's a nasty gap fill potential. There is some amazing spacing between these moving averages down here and the last one left up there. You know what I mean? So there actually is a decent amount to like on this chart. All right. That said, look, this thing still has a little bit to prove. And really, the first thing I'm so curious about. Oh man, I don't think we broke it. Okay, so what am I doing? Look, I'm taking from the corner right there to the corner right there and just extending it, all right? We actually closed under the line, all right? It would have been a little nicer if this was 0.15, you know, 6, 7. I have no idea, right? But it looks like we needed to be a little closer to 15, to like 16 itself than this 15 that we're sitting at. So a little disappointed we're under the trend line, okay? That said, look, you know I live and die by the moving averages, and I'm glad we're over all the moving averages, okay? That said, look, tomorrow is going to matter way more than this 16%. That's the simple answer, okay? Because a couple things are happening. Number one, volume yesterday was 2 million. Volume today was 36, almost 37 million. All right, that's almost a 20x jump. Huge. All right, are we going to hold that? Is volume going to drop way back down here and go under the 50, right? Like, volume will be wildly important tomorrow, okay? The next thing is, look, we gapped 4 moving averages, all right? Not only did we gap 4 moving averages, there is now a doji on this resistance and on the downtrend, all right? And let's be honest, pretty much on the 20 itself, a little bit above it, right? I always say the day after the doji should be pretty telling, and man, this is an important doji. Obviously, the middle is not as skinny as, let's say, this guy. But yeah, I'm going to call this a doji. We have a good wick up, a good wick down, and give or take, we open at 15 and close at 15, right? Yeah, we open at 15 and close at 15. Exactly. Again, I wish I had more decimals, but look, end of the day, I need tomorrow to make me genuinely believe we're leaving these moving averages. I really, really need to close at 17. All right, because look, you can see right here is 16, and as I go a little closer up, as I get a little closer to 50% of this candle, we're basically at 17, right? So give me another 2 cents tomorrow. Give me confirmation that we're out. Give me a reason to buy this stock, all right? Look, RSI looks great. MACD is pretty much at the zero. It looks like it wants to green over red just like this. But again, for me, it's all about volume and it's all about the moving average confirmation. Okay, it's close. And again, I like today's news. I actually really did. I just need to like the technicals a little more. Okay. This is actually a really good weekly chart, all right? We're still a little on the early side of the weekly, but it looks like we tried to go, couldn't do it, but bounced off the 20 like a champ. All right, 8 is still going up, and actually the 20 is still going up as well, right? Like I'm still seeing the curve continue on up. I'm liking this weekly. Obviously, where Friday closes will matter a lot. 17 cents, like a low 17 is even fine, right? But man, give me 17 cents, and then for real, 18 cents is where the stock can start doing some silly things. Because again, after 17, my next line's at 22, right? And then from there, obviously, we're talking 29 and then gap fill. But really, I don't even know if breaking the 29 will give us the gap fill because we're pretty much coming to the 200 moving average after that. You know what I mean? But hey, if I can go from 15 whatever, 16 whatever to 30 whatever, oh yeah, hell yeah, that's a 2xer right there, right? So I'm liking what I'm seeing, but I'm telling you, it actually still needs a little more. And for real, there's actually a decent chance that this drops back into 14 cents. All right, don't be too surprised if we come down here. Let me see how close it is to 13. 14's right here, and then it's actually close to like early 14 actually. This thing can drop to like, let me guesstimate it at 0.143. All right, but again, the goal is 17, not 14.3. All right, MBOT. All right, I actually like this stock, all right? Obviously, this thing says healthcare, and, you know, I've always kind of said I don't really like healthcare stocks, ironically, NVOSs as well, right? But I like this because robotic surgery is the future. Look, I'll give you a personal story. My dad had a hernia, like a bulging hernia, and they had to put like a little mesh thing to like bring it back. It was a robot that did it. It was wild. It was really cool. The doctor wasn't even in the room. Like, it blew my mind if you want to know the truth, right? So I have personally been affected by robotic surgery. It went really well. My dad had like no pain after it either, you know? So the robotic surgery is the future. And I think it's going to be really hard to argue that, all right? Am I saying that this is the best one? I have no idea. But it's an interesting sector to say the least, all right? Look, the money line really is this 234, 235, because look, that actually gets you over this and pretty much over 50% candle right here. I'm going to set my alert actually for 237. I like 237 a lot. This is an interesting ticker too, because again, just look at it. This right here is almost the start of a good rise to arguably 488. All right, because you can kind of see it between that 488. Maybe this 330 will be a little bit noisy, but truth be told, this right here is the strongest plateau, right? You have these guys right here, you have a little bit here, and then obviously these ones right here, right? So I'm just going to ballpark draw. Honestly, I'm probably going to just draw that right on 5, right? Pretty much take all those. But yeah, if this thing is close for sure, and really, I'm liking what these moving averages are telling me, right? Because we make a pretty hardcore pop, all right? You can arguably call this a pump and dump, no offense, right? Again, I kind of like the industry, but hey, the 50 average did its job. And look, the 20 was right below it. This essentially is a two-line cluster that should be hard to lose, and it looks like it was, right? Today, I would say this was not good. This was a maybe bounce. And hey, did we actually get, oh, look at that. I love it. We actually got over the 8 moving average as well. This confirms both the bounce and the 8. Man, get me over the 100, and I very much believe we'd come to 340 right here, and we'll see what happens. But MBOT, I like it. Look, MACD is definitely in the positive. MACD has a real nice green over red. RSI is actually at a very healthy number, all right? The only thing that's actually missing is volume. The last time we had some pretty decent volume was not that long ago either, right? So break the 50, get me some good volume, and shit. I mean, it really might be a quick run to this 3-something if we can get over this 230 whatever, right? And again, that's basically $1 addition on a stock that doesn't have that many dollars. So there is a lot to, ooh. All right, still a little early in the week, but look how long it's been since we have struggled to get over the 8 and the 20. Jesus Christ, it's pretty much been the entirety of this stock on the weekly, all right? just struggling to get over the 8 and the 20. It looks like we are taking the 20. All right, still a few days left, but that's really nice. That's not bad. That's super low. Man, again, there's a lot saying that this might want to run into the mid threes. I'm actually very much liking MBOT for sure. This one's on the radar, and I already did set an alert. Dude, MVIS. Holy crap. All right, holy crap. I mean, just the volume today was ridiculous, all right? RSI is just living in the 90s and going back up to the 90s. MACD looks like it's still wanting to run. And really, what just blows my mind is I mean, yesterday, all right, let me come back to yesterday. This will be yesterday we close at 533, okay? That's where this guy closes on the daily. 533 basically puts us right here, right? Give or take. We get over the 200, we get over the 100, right? We're over both these lines. This candle, this just monster, what was it, a 30% day? Jesus Christ. This reaction, it blows my mind that it happened from this. And I'm telling you, I like, there are so many different theories about this stock going on right now in all the comments that I'm reading. People are talking about maybe someone wanting to buy it and merge it. Someone mentioned that some banks are actually starting to unload some like short shares because they don't want to get stuck. Look, I'm not here to talk about short squeeze or anything like that. What needs to be established very much is this, all right? We are close to some silly numbers, all right? And I don't think it screams it that much on the daily. Man, just I guess we're gonna have to do it on the weekly. Look, these, oh man, okay, let me stop. I'm gonna delete some lines. Let's start this over. Let's kind of refresh all this and take a look. Look, I generally look, I look at plateaus, right? So this 14 something is going to be really important. And honestly, that's actually not a bad, just rough ballpark line. What do you look like if I raise it just to like right there? No, I actually really like this right there. So look, roughly speaking, that's 50% of the giant candle. That's definitely the bottom of that, the top of that. It's actually looking like roughly 50% candle there. And I like this 13 line. All right. From there, obviously, I had the 506, and I'm going to just, roughly speaking, put it there. 508, again, whatever, right? There isn't a lot to draw in between those two. There really isn't. Let me go to the daily real quick just to see if anything jumps out. Like, that is not a plateau worth drawing. I mean, it's there. I definitely see it. And, hey, maybe 850 will do something, but what's the top of you? Maybe this 940 is something. I'll draw this line 940 just to have it, I think. Basically the top of this guy. Oh shit, it's not even that high. It's 918. Man, I just it's crazy what this stock is doing. And then just as I zoom out, look, I mean, again, when this thing did the hard run, we were talking about even bigger volume than we're talking about today. And just, this is huge. This is just continually going, right? And let's just kind of go like, it really seems like 20 million volume isn't that far away. You know what I mean? It just, dude, this stock is going crazy. And I realize as I'm saying the words, like, I'm not dropping a lot of value here. I know that. But the one thing I can at least say is, look, when you can break all the moving averages, things go crazy. When you're over the 8 and the 20, things go crazy. And look, this thing has actually only used the 8 twice. Once right there, once right there. Like, oh man, it's just, it's crazy, all right? And honestly, I'm not even sure we're coming anywhere near 508, right? Obviously, my last video said 455, right? Like, that's long gone, all right? If there's a maybe something, maybe the 6 right here, basically 50% of what we're making on the weekly, but like, honestly, this thing is still diverging more. It's still like going away. Diverging is just a fancy way of saying going away. This 91 RSI I know looks really high, but just this was 92. This was 92. This was 92. This was 90. Like it's been, and after this 90, that was still an 86, right? Like it still knows how to live in this like high range. And man, that really might, what happened? There we go. That just, it's crazy. There is so much happening here. And look, once the weekly breaks all the moving averages, it really could be as violent as the daily breaking all the moving averages. You know what I mean? So, Jesus. And then really what happens after 13? Let's just kind of talk about it. After 13, it's this. It is that. Fuck. Why? Dude, just crazy. Maybe we can put something right there too, just to have it. Dude, MVIS is going... Look, don't have $40 or $20 dreams, but I mean, my lack of words, I hope I hope it speaks for itself. This is crazy. This is badass. I hope everyone's doing really well. And I can tell a lot of people are like now starting to recover, which is really good too. You know what I mean? You know, I'm not a big fan of averaging down and holding all that, but I'm glad people are getting happy here. And again, man, the chart is next level to say the least. So, hey, I'd love to hear what everyone thinks. You know that. Otherwise, thank you.